SGA playing like an MVP.
Let's buckle up and get ready.
I don't know about you guys, but I am excited. We are live from the Paycom Center in Oklahoma
Don't let
City.
Malika drink coffee.
Counting down the final hours to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Should I admit that I've had 3?
I knew it.
Whee! All right, Rick Carlisle, though, he's been here before, caffeinated or not. He ranks 11th in regular season wins, 10th in playoff victories. He also won the 2011 championship with the Mavs as the underdog against the Miami Heat. I know. I'm sorry, UD. We're bringing that back up. Here's Carlisle yesterday at Media Day talking about the challenge that OKC presents.
A lot of our guys have been through a lot of situations where they've been underdogs in the past, and it's simply going to come down to us being able to play our game at the best possible level. We're going to need to take care of the ball because these guys turn people over at a historic rate, and we're going to have to make some shots.
Well, yeah, that would be a good place to start. Jamal Collier is covering the Indiana Pacers for us. Jamal, how are they embracing this underdog role yet again? How is that fueling them?
Well, Malika, they know that nobody's going to pick them to win this series, and that's where the Pacers have been comfortable really throughout this playoff run, where they've been the underdog in sort of an overlooked team before getting to this point. But in the locker room, those guys believe, they expect it to be here, and they respect their opponent as well, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They know 68 wins, the MVP of the league. They've earned their spot to be the heavy favorite. And as Rick Carlisle mentioned, that starts with not turning the ball over as the key to being able to beat this Thunder team. Pacers play that up-tempo and fast break style that's led by Tyrese Halliburton. And Halliburton really prides himself on not turning the ball over and taking care of the ball. Something I asked him about earlier during this playoff run. And he says he works on it throughout the season, in the offseason, to be able to deliver some of these jump passes that would probably drive a high school coach crazy. And Halliburton says it's important for the Pacers to get a shot every time down the floor. And that may sound, obvious and sound like a routine, thing for this team, but you've seen it throughout the West playoffs when the Thunder can get in transition, start turning teams over. They're a really tough team to beat, especially in this building.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that they should take for granted. And what it sounds like you're talking about is that appropriate fear that Indiana has of their opponent. And really, that's just respect. Jamal, thank you so much for that insight here. You mentioned Tyrese Halliburton. Well, Halliburton and the Pacers, they've put up 2.2 assists to turnover ratio this postseason. That's the best in the entire NBA. But Perk, I hear you spied something.
I'm Kendrick Perkins, better known as Big Perk, and nothing gets past me.
Freeze!
Just when you thought it did get past me, there I am. I spy a problem. I spy it all. Carry the hell on. Hello, world, and happy Thursday. Finals Thursday at that. Hey, listen, I do spy something. I spy one of the most dangerous, best teams in NBA history defensively, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They locked up Nikola Jokic in the second round, and then all of a sudden they got to Anthony Edwards, and if you don't want to believe me, here's what Ant-Man had to say.
Which kind of gave them,
like they on one string.
Yeah, they were like on one string defensively. They had
15 couplets on one string.
They had a plan. They executed it.
You did it. You said they track what?
Deflections.
Here's the thing about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Everybody could defend at a high level. Look at J-Dub right here going up against the bigger, more physical Julius Randle. Active hands that get out in transition. Casey Wallace pushing the pace. Isaiah Hartenstein for the lob threat, for the dunk. Here we go again. Now this is Aaron Wiggins that's holding his ground. Chest on Julius Randle, right? Five defenders, all on the string once again. They all watching ball, but all see, man, look, Alex Caruso down there tangling with Rudy Gobert. All of a sudden, SGA get the steal. They out on the break again. When you talk about this team defensively,
right,
it's a reason why when they win this series, they're going to be labeled one of the greatest teams to ever do it. It's because they're one of the best defensive teams that I've ever seen with my own two eyes.
You know how you notice how he just smoothly says when they win this series? He didn't say if, he said when they win this series. Okay, so with all of that Perk just broke down, the defenses may sound like an overly simplistic question, but I'll ask it anyway. How's Indiana supposed to score?
X factor.
Pascal Siakam has to be Pascal Siakam. He's the one guy I feel like in a half court is going to have an advantage. If you go at him with the bigger guys, he's going to be able to go around those bigger guys, get to his step back, get to his counters and different things like that. If you go at him with smaller guys, I think he has the skill set to get inside the paint. And if he does, those guys are going to be active. He's going to have to spray to shooters. But you're going to need your X factors. You're going to need the Nimharts. You're going to need the Naismith. Those guys went against Cleveland in Game 1 and Game 2. You had 23 points from each one of those guys.
Right.
So you're going to need one of those guys to step up. And Rick Carlisle, the Wizard, you're going to need your coach to get you one.
Look at these numbers. The Thunder allowed the most corner threes, 12.4 in the NBA, where the Pacers shoot 47% on corner threes. Why does this happen? Perk just showed you an amazing video of them loading up the paint. Also, they're high when it comes to passing lanes, trying to take away the passing lane. If they're able to, I know the jump pass for Tyrese Halliburton is a little bit risky, but if they're able to lob to those corners and knock down one of those high percentage shots, that's going to be a pathway for success. But you have to attack the paint first in order to spray out.
That 18 points a game that Tyrese Halliburton is scoring right now, or averaging in the postseason, that's not going to cut the mustard. He averaged 18 against the Thunder. They're going to get swept. He needs to average 25 or 30. Look, you've been scouted. Everybody has been scouted at this point. There's nothing else new that you could throw out there. It's time for great players to be great.
I just look at the physicality of a Lou Dort and how much a Tyrese Halliburton can struggle with that. If Siakam's able to come in, they're 3-0 when he scores 30 this postseason.
But Malika, here's the thing. This is what I'm trying to say. Played with a lot of greats. You did too as well. When it's time to hit this big stage, you got to fight fire with fire. Like, you can't come out here on this big stage. What?
I have a question, though, because we just saw what they did to Ant. They made it hard. They forced someone else to bring the ball up. That was an adjustment.
That's what I think they're going to do with Halliburton.
That is the issue here.
I know. That's why I got them picked to win.
But at least Siakam can create his own shot, right? So that could be something a little bit different.
Did you hear what Rick Carlisle said just now?
Make shots.
We got to make shots.
We got to make shots. That's a good place to start. Brian, the anticipation is mounting. We're just about 5 hours away from the NBA Finals. This is where legends are made. This is the biggest stage, the biggest stars, and of course, the biggest lists.
I still got him mad even though I'm out the league. I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins, tell her walk if she asks for a Birkin.
You will speak when spoken to. Give me some energy.
Bam.
That's it?
Bam! 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 Put it up there.
I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins. I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins.
You know I had to bring it, Malika. Hey, look, it's the finals, so I got to come big with it. Big Perks, big list of NBA Finals performances. Wendy, this is not your list. It's not Malika's list.
Darn.
It's not UD list. But I think y'all will be pleased. And if y'all not, I don't give a damn because it's Big Perks list. Coming in at number 5. Bam! Put it up there. Steph Curry, 2022. The man averaged 30 against the Boston Celtics, right? We saw him shedding tears of joy because he finally captured his finals MVP, and he got it done on both ends of the floor. They were trying to target him, and Steph Curry was sliding those puppies coming in at number 4. Give me some energy.
I can't wait to see who's on this list. Bam!
Put it up there. Dwayne Wade,
oh yes,
2006, when he earned the nickname Flash in the NBA Finals. You know how much that man averaged? 35. 35 as a youngster. Took it over. You was right there. Look at you setting the screen. You witnessed greatness. You know that man got in his bag. Everybody thought it was going to be Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, and they played a part. You did too with that 15-footer. But damn it, Flash was Flash. D-Wade at number 4. Malika, give me some energy here.
Bam!
I like that. Bam! Put it up there. Magic Johnson, 1980. I wasn't born, but I seen the highlights and I seen the numbers. He averaged 21, 11, and 9 in this series and did what he had to do on the biggest stage. And correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't somebody missing in this game?
The captain.
Yeah. He was missing. Magic Johnson had to play the center position at 6'9" at the point guard and gave him the work to seal the deal. Coming in at number 2. You did give me some energy right here, boy. Bam! I keep him on my feet. Jays, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You know what he did in this series? He averaged 41 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Told the Suns up. Told the Suns up. Right? Hey, listen. this was one of them, right? When you had the antennas on the, you know what I mean, on the TV at the top, the clothes hanger. You had to get it right just to see Jordan on Sunday and perform. You remember that? Huh?
I'm just wondering who's number
41 points. I don't remember that. That was amazing.
You know who's number one. Put it up there. Bam! The GOAT, the greatest of all time, 2016. Never been done in finals history. He was down 3-1, going against a 73-9 Golden State Warriors. And what did he do? He showed greatness, averaging 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. Came back down 3-1, first time in ever done in NBA history. This is Big Perk's big list of top NBA Finals performances.
I always start to sweat a little bit, an homage to Perk, I guess, when I ask if there's any notes on this list, because it's very clearly not our list, Brian.
You know, LeBron's game 5, 6, and 7 in 2016 was pretty special.
Yeah.
I heard those Jordan numbers from the Phoenix series. I mean, that was...
Yeah, that was crazy.
What about Jokic? 30, 14, and 7 in the finals? That's worth at least an honorable mention.
He was, but everybody can't make the list.
That's true. It's exclusive. It's an exclusive club.
NBA